KasaiSora. I got a single Minecraft server. I don't want to start a BungeeCord Network, but still I want to host multiple game modes on that single server. Is that possible? Well, yeah. It actually is. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. Now do keep in mind though that hosting multiple game modes on a single Minecraft server is very demanding for your Minecraft server. If you want to host 2 or 3 game modes all besides each other on a single server, then you will need a server with lots of RAM. And to be fair, it would probably be cheaper to purchase multiple separate Minecraft servers and make a BungeeCord network than actually buy a Minecraft server that has 8 or 10 gigabytes of RAM to host all your game modes. But I'm not here to tell you why you shouldn't do it. I'm here to tell you how to host multiple game modes on a single Minecraft server. So before we start, it would really mean a ton if you could leave a like on this video. Also check if you're subscribed to the channel. Most people who do watch my videos are actually not subscribed, even though it just takes a single click, 2 clicks if you also want to enable notifications. And with those 2 clicks you would help me out for a lifetime. We're trying to get the 10k subscribers here on the KasaiSora channel and we're getting really close. So I would really appreciate you smashing that subscribe button. We're almost there. Thank you so much for all the support. And then without any further ado, let's dive right into this. So let's go ahead and download everything we need for this tutorial. First, the Minecraft server itself. Of course, we're going for Paper MC. By the way, the link to everything you will need for this tutorial will be in the description of this video beneath the like and subscribe button. On the Paper MC website, just go to the download button in the top right corner and then click on download over here. It's this weird cloud icon, just click on it and there we go. Next, we're gonna download plugins. And this is the most important one of them all, Multiverse Core. This is actually a plugin that will allow us to create multiple Minecraft worlds besides the default Minecraft worlds we already have. So by default you got the overworld, the nether and the end. But because we want to feature multiple game modes on a single server, we want to create more worlds than just 3. And we're gonna do that with Multiverse. Just click on download and there we go. Next we got Multiverse inventories. The name already suggests it, but it's really just that. It makes it so that in every single world you will have a separate inventory. Now you can make it so that multiple worlds share the same inventory, but you can also make it so that some worlds have a completely separate inventory from the rest. So just click on download. What the frick is going on with this page? What the hell? Can I just reload it? Okay, that fixes it, sure. Why not? Next is Plot Squared. This will be the plugin that manages the creative plot part of our server. Now do keep in mind though that this is a premium plugin, meaning that you will have to pay for it to be able to download it and install it on your Minecraft server. If you click on the Plot Squared link in the description of this video, you will first need to log into the Spigot MC website with your own account, and after that you can purchase and download the plugin. If you already own the plugin though, just click on the download button and there we go. Next we got World Edit. Now while we're not actually gonna use World Edit, Plot Squared needs World Edit to be able to even work. And besides that, World Edit is always a very handy plugin to have. So just click on download latest file. Next we got Essentials X. Now Essentials X is not actually necessary to make this working, but some things are just a lot easier if you got Essentials X installed. Just click on downloads and we're actually gonna install the stable releases. So you got development builds and stable releases. We're just going to stable releases and then we're gonna download Essentials X and Essentials X Spawn. Anyway, moving on to the next one is Superior Skyblock. So Superior Skyblock will be our Skyblock plugin. Now if you like lots of customization, then you don't like this plugin. Pretty much the whole Skyblock game mode is already finished. There's not a lot you can change about it. There's not a lot you can actually customize. It is as easy as you install the plugin and you can just play Skyblock. Everything works already. Now, if that is what you're looking for, then this plugin is amazing. If you want to customize everything and make kind of your own Skyblock game mode, then I wouldn't actually recommend this one. Though for this tutorial, it's perfect. So let's just go on download now. It will take you to this page and over here on the top right, latest stable version, click on the download button, and there we go. Last but definitely not least, we got Look Berms. Look Berms is a permissions plugin. It is amazing. You need it. So we're just gonna click on download, and then we're gonna download the bucket one. So just click on it, and there we go. After doing that, we're gonna create a new folder on our desktop, and we're just gonna call it 3 Gamemodes server, because I'm very creative with names. There we go. Next, we're gonna grab the paper file we downloaded and just put it inside of the folder. After that, double click the paper.jar file and it will start generating some files. If at this point it is not generating any files for you, it means that you don't have Java 17 installed. Now there will be a link in the description of this video where you can download Java 17 from, but you will need it on your PC, otherwise you can't even start the server. Now after some files have been generated, you will need to double click on the eula.txt file. All the way at the bottom you will see eula equals false. You want to set this to true, save your file, and after that restart your server by clicking on the paper.jar file, and this time the server will actually start. Now just let it run for a bit until it says done. If you see done over here, you can actually type stop inside the console, press enter, and the server will close again. What we're gonna do then is go to the plugins folder and put all the plugins we just downloaded inside. So far, not that complicated. Now once again we're gonna start our server, so just double click on the paper.jar file and the Minecraft server will start again. Wait until you see done, and after that close it again. You already see a change here. We now got a superior world folder. Well, that's the Skyblock world. Superior Skyblock actually already generated for us, which is great. But the reason we actually start the server again and close it down again is because now all the plugin folders have been generated. What you want to do now is go to Superior Skyblock 2, and after that you want to double click on the config.yml file. Open it and scroll down all the way to row 348. On that row you will see protection true. You actually want to put this to false. So just put false here, Ctrl S, save the file, and exit again. Now the reason we've done that is because Superior Skyblock will actually protect your spawn world, which in this case is the normal overworld, and when it does that we can break any blocks inside of that world. So we first have to disable the protection so we can later just protect it with another plugin, for example. Anyways, after that's done we can just restart our server again by double clicking on the paper.jar file, and this time we're gonna hop in game. So here we are on the server, and like you can see, everything is running. It's working. Beautiful. First thing you want to do now is actually make ourselves operator in the server so we can use every single command. OP KasaiSora. There we go. Now back in game I can just put myself to creative, just like that. And I can now use every single command in Minecraft, which is exactly what we need to configure this plugin. Now if we type /mv list, you can see all the worlds that are currently in our server. So we got the normal overworld, the netherworld, the end world, and then superior world, which is the overworld for Superior Skyblock. So far so good. Now because we're gonna host multiple game modes on a single server, we also want a lobby world. So let's go ahead and create one. The only thing you have to do is type mv create, then give it a name. In my case I'm gonna call it lobby. Then we have to choose a world type. We're actually going for normal, but we don't just want a normal overworld. No, we want a flat world. And we can do that by typing -t flat behind it. Now let's press enter and it will actually create a new world for us. And if we do mv tp lobby, we will be teleported to our new lobby world. Beautiful. Now let me grab a diamond block and put it down over here. Then let's go stand on it and let's type /set spawn, then mv set spawn, and last but not least, set world spawn. This way we've set a spawn point for Essentials, Multiverse, and Default Minecraft. In other words, if somebody joins the server, this is where they will spawn now. And that's exactly what we want. Nice. Now let's go ahead and create our creative plot world. And to do that, once again, all you want to type is /mv create. We're gonna call this world plots. The generation type needs to be normal. And instead of -t, we're gonna type -g space and then plot squared. Let's press enter, starting creation of world plots. So after doing that, we can type mv tp plot, and it will take us to the plot world. It has successfully been generated. So now we can just go inside of a plot and do /p claim, and this plot is now mine. Like you can see, it's surrounded by sandstone, meaning that it's mine, and I can just, you know, build creative plots. Just have a fun time in creative. So if we do mv list now, you can see all the worlds currently in the server. So we got a lobby world, a plot world, we got 3 main worlds, and then a superior skyblock world. Now superior skyblock also already does work, so I can just type /island and then create, and then I need to put in an island name, so I'm gonna name it Epic Island. Yeah, beautiful. I'm very good with names. Create a new island. Okay, I'm gonna choose for... let's go for the freaking desert island. Why not? And there we go. I'm on my desert island. And we're now inside of Skyblock. Now, because all of these worlds and game modes are running on the same server, there's still some setting up that needs to be done. So let me show you what's next. First of all, I'm going to creative and let's grab this chest in my inventory. Now I'm gonna type /spawn. This will bring me back to my lobby world. And like you can see, I don't have the chest in my inventory in this world. Now the normal overworld will be our SMP world. But of course there's also a nether and an end attached to this world. So let's grab a sand block in the middle of our inventory. And I'm gonna type mv tp world nether, and like you can see, I still got the sand block in my inventory, because by default the nether and the overworld are connected to each other. Now let's say you want the creative world and the lobby world to have the same inventory. Now you do that by typing mv-inv group. Just like that. Press enter. What would you like to do? Create, edit, or delete? Now I actually want to create a new group because I want to share the inventory between 2 worlds. I don't want that inventory to be the same inventory as the inventory we have in the normal overworld, nether, and end. So I want to create a new group. So I'm just gonna type create without slash, just create. Please name the group. I'm just gonna call it Epic, like I call everything here on this channel. And then enter the name of a world to add to the group Epic. So that's gonna be the world called Lobby, and it's also gonna be the world called Plots. Then when we're done, we're gonna type add, enter, and then we need to put in the shares. So what that means is what stuff should be shared between these worlds. Well, for example, you can make it so that only your XP is shared. You can make it so only your inventory is shared. You can make it so only your ender chest is shared. There are many different options out there, and you actually don't have to share everything. Though I would just recommend doing everything, because why not? So we're gonna type all, just like that. And here you can actually see every single thing that will be shared. So I'm gonna type add again, enter, and this is what we just did. You created a new group, group info, epic, worlds are lobby and plots, and these are all the shares. So now if we go mv tp lobby, oh no, I'm dying. No, game mode 1, game mode 1. I was faster than you. You can see that I got nothing in my inventory, but if we grab the diamond block and then now do mvtp plots, then I will still have that diamond block inside of my inventory. So perfect. That's exactly what I want. Apparently. What we want to do now is go to the plugins folder, after that to Multiverse Core, and then in the Multiverse Core folder we want to go to worlds.yml. And in here we can actually edit some specifications for every single world. So here we got superior skyblock. What game mode do you need to be in? What difficulty should the world be in? Should animals be allowed to spawn? Should monsters be allowed to spawn? Should there be hunger? Should people automatically heal? All that stuff can be changed here. Now if you want to change the difficulty of the skyblock world, for example, then you can do that. You can just change this to hard. Now while that is just personal preference, something we absolutely want to change is the game mode in our creative world. So here we got the lobby. I'm just gonna change lobby to adventure. Because people don't have to break any blocks in our lobby, we can just put them to adventure and they will pretty much fix everything. And then we want to go down to plots and change the game mode to creative. So now once you go into the plots world, you will automatically be put to game mode creative. Now for the lobby, we can also put the difficulty to peaceful, for example. We can also disable mob spawning, so just put animals and monsters to false. Do you want PvP to be disabled or enabled? You can also change that here. Many options that you might want to have different in every single world. you will be able to change here. So very handy. After changing that, Ctrl S, save it and close the file. Now something that's completely personal preference is how do you players go from one world to the other. So they spawn in the spawn world, but how do they go from the spawn world to the plot world, for example? And how do they go from the plot world to the survival world? Now there are many different ways to do this. You can do it with portals. You can do it with NPCs. Though I will show you how to do it with just simple essential signs. So just a simple sign where you can click on and they will bring you to the other world. That's what I will show you in this video. But if you want to use an NPC or if you want to use a portal and you got a plugin for that, then totally do that. But for this video, I just want to keep it easy. It's not about different methods how to take players to other worlds. I just want to show you how to set up multiple game modes on a single server. So we're gonna use essentials for this one. So let's enable essential signs first. The way you do that is go to the plugins folder, then to essentials, and then we want to go to the config file. After opening the config, scroll down all the way until you see this. Enabled signs on line 359. Now the only one we actually want enabled is warp. So just go to warp and remove the hashtag, and there we go. The warp signs are now enabled. That's all we need. Ctrl S and exit out. And here we are back in the server. And like you can see, I'm not able to break any blocks here in the lobby anymore because we're in game mode adventure. Now if I would do /mvtp plots, then automatically I will be put into game mode creative, like you can see. Very handy. Now what we want to do is we want to create a warp here. So the way you do that is just go and stand on a point and then type /set_warp. And we're gonna call the warp creative, just like that. Warp creative is set. Now we're gonna do mvtp world. But here inside of the survival world, we're gonna type /setwarp SMP. Now let's go back to the lobby. So let's type /spawn. Then I'm gonna put myself into creative. I'm gonna grab a sign. And on the sign, I'm gonna type one of these brackets. Then warp, another bracket. And then under there, the name of the warp we actually wanted to take us to. So let's make this the creative sign. Warp creative, done. And it works. Now the next one should be over there. Bracket, warp, bracket. And this will be SMP. And then we can click on the SMP sign and it will take us to the SMP. How easy is that? Very easy. I know. It is great. Oh no, I'm dying. No, no. Don't. Now Skyblock is a little bit of another story because Skyblock doesn't actually have a spawn point. So we can just put a sign here that people need to do /island, for example. If we do /island, then it will take us to our island. But of course, oh no. I fell. But of course we can't put a warp here and then let people teleport to here, because then everybody will be teleported to my island. Type /island for Skyblock, done. There we go. That's nice and clear. Beautiful. So we now got 3 game modes all running besides each other. Now the last thing you will need to do to get this all working is set up permissions. Because right now nobody is able to use these signs you see here. Only people that are OP on the server. And also nobody will be able to claim a plot in creative or set a home in the SMP. For all of that you will need to give permissions to the players. Now I'm not going to show you every single permission that you need because it all comes down to personal preference. But let me show you how to add permissions in the first place. If you have lookperms installed, you can just type /lp editor. This will give a link in your chat. Click on the link and open it by clicking on yes, and this will bring you to the lookperms editor. Now in here you can add permissions. So here on the left you got tracks, groups and users. We're now just gonna focus on groups. So we got one group. Everyone who is in the server will be in this group by default. So you're just gonna click here and over here you can add permissions. Now if you don't know what permissions are at all, or how this plugin works, I would highly recommend checking out my lookperms tutorial. A link will be in the top right corner of the screen right now. There I explain a lot more in detail on how to exactly add permissions, what permissions are, how they work. But let's just go ahead and add some permissions. For example, essentials.warp. Because we actually want people to be able to use warp signs. Warp.use, this one, essentials.signs.warp.use. With these 2 permissions, people will actually be able to use essential warp signs. You might also want to add some permissions for plot squared. So plots.claim. That's a great one, which will actually allow players to claim a plot. Plot.delete maybe, if they want to delete a plot. Plots.clear, if they want to clear the whole plot in one go. And maybe you also want players to be able to set a home inside of the survival server. So essentials.home. And we also want to add set home, so they can actually set a home. Now let's add all of these for now. The last thing I want to show you in this video is how contexts work. So to explain it easily, you don't want people to be able to set a home in the creative server. And you don't want people to claim a plot in survival. Well, you can make it so that the set home and home command only work when a player is actually in the survival server. Now how do you do that? Very easy. Over here we got essentials.home, go all the way to the right and click on none here beneath context. And then we're gonna add a key. Now a key can be lots of stuff. It can be a dimension type, it can be a game mode, it can be a world. And if you're running a BungeeCord network, it can also be a server. In our case, we've made a Multiverse Core server, so we're going for world. And then we're gonna type in a world name. So in what world should players be able to use this command, essentials.home? Well, they should be able to use it in the normal overworld called world. Now if you want your /home command to be available in every single world, then you can add all of your SMP worlds in here. So now you will be able to use essentials.home in your normal overworld, your netherworld and your end world. Just like that. It's pretty easy. Now your plot commands, for example, you only want players to be able to use those inside of your creative plot world. So after plots.claim, let's go to none again, and then we're gonna put this to world. And the value will go to plots. Then click on add context and there we go. And if you're only gonna use the essentials warp signs inside of the lobby, you can also put this to world and then lobby, just like that. It's pretty straightforward, but I think it really enhances the experience that players just, you know, can set a home inside of your creative server. That kind of just feels weird. It's a survival command. They should only be able to use it in survival. Now, if you want to save these changes you've made, you will need to click on save in the top right corner. After that, you will see a command here. Click on it to copy it to the clipboard. Then we're just going back in game and paste the command here. Ctrl V, paste it, enter, then all the changes will be applied. And now if we weren't OP on the server, we would only be able to use essential signs here inside of this lobby world. And as soon as we will go to the SMP server, we will be able to use /home. But in the creative server, we wouldn't be able to do that. And guys, that's basically it. That's how you can set up a single Minecraft server with multiple game modes. If I did help you out, make sure to leave a like on this video and also check if you're subscribed to the channel. It would really mean a lot if you did. It actually would. We're still going strong for that 10k subscribers and I would really appreciate you helping out. Now, if you do have any more questions for me, make sure to leave them in the comments of this video. And then guys, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you have an amazing day. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.